Welcome back to Checking the Facts, where we dive deep into the world's most pressing conflicts. Today we're breaking down one of the most audacious military operations of the Ukraine-Russia war, Ukraine's massive drone attack on Russian airbases, codenamed Operation Spiderweb. This strike, executed on June 1, 2025, targeted Russia's strategic bombers thousands of miles from the front lines. So, how did Ukraine pull it off, and what does it mean for the war? Let's get into it. Let's set the stage. For over 3 years, since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, both sides have been locked in a grueling conflict. Ukraine, outgunned by Russia's larger military, has leaned heavily on innovation, especially drones. And this attack? It's a game-changer. Codenamed Spiderweb, it was Ukraine's longest-range and most complex drone operation to date, hitting airbases as far as 4,300 kilometers from Ukraine's border. According to reports, Ukraine's security service, the SBU, spent over 18 months planning this operation. They didn't just launch drones from Ukraine, they smuggled 117 first-person view, or FPV, drones deep into Russian territory. How? By hiding them in the roofs of mobile wooden sheds loaded onto trucks. These trucks were driven to locations near Russian airbases, and at a preset time the drones were remotely launched to strike their targets. The targets were 4 key Russian airbases: Belaya in Siberia, Olenya in the Arctic, Diaghilevo, and another in the Irkutsk region. These bases house Russia's strategic bombers, Tu-95s, Tu-22M3S, and A-50 radar aircraft, used to launch cruise missiles at Ukrainian cities. Ukraine claims the attack damaged or destroyed 41 aircraft, about 34% of Russia's strategic bomber fleet, with damages estimated at $7 billion. That's a massive blow to Moscow's air capabilities. Now, Russia's defense ministry admitted that several aircraft caught fire in Murmansk and Irkutsk, but they downplayed the damage, claiming most attacks were repelled. Russian media has been tight-lipped, likely to avoid embarrassment, but pro-Russian bloggers and satellite imagery confirmed significant hits, including at least 3 Tu-95 bombers destroyed at Belaya Air Base alone. Let's talk about why this matters. First, it's a tactical win. These bombers are critical for Russia's long-range strikes on Ukraine. Losing dozens of them weakens Russia's ability to hit civilian targets from afar. Second, it's a psychological blow. Striking bases in Siberia and the Arctic shows Russia's vast size isn't a shield. Ukraine can hit anywhere, anytime. And third, it's a message to the world. Ukraine's drone technology is evolving fast, outpacing Russia's defenses. The logistics of Operation Spiderweb are mind-blowing. Ukrainian operatives set up a network of haulage companies to move these drone-laden trucks across Russia. Some Russian drivers didn't even know what they were carrying until the drones launched, with one posting a video online stunned saying, quote, "The copter flew off again." This level of covert planning rivals the most sophisticated intelligence operations in history. But it's not all celebration. Russia's been hitting back hard. Just before this attack, Moscow launched 472 drones and missiles at Ukraine in a single night, the largest aerial assault of the war so far. Ukraine's Air Force says it downed most of them, but the strikes killed at least 12 people, including 3 children. This tit-for-tat escalation came right before peace talks in Istanbul on June 2nd, which, unsurprisingly, collapsed after just an hour. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the attack a historic strike, saying it caused very tangible losses for Russia. He also pushed for a ceasefire, but Russia's demands, like Ukraine surrendering territory it doesn't even control, make peace talks a tough sell. Meanwhile, Russian military bloggers are fuming, with some even calling for nuclear retaliation. That's how much this stung. So, what's next? For Ukraine, this shows they're not just defending, they're taking the fight to Russia's doorstep. Their drone industry is booming, and they're working on even longer-range AI-powered drones that could be immune to jamming. For Russia, this exposes a glaring weakness. Their air bases are vulnerable, and they might need to invest in hardened shelters or better defenses. But with the war dragging on, both sides are doubling down. This attack also has global implications. Ukraine's allies, like the US, weren't notified in advance, which raised eyebrows. Some see this as Ukraine flexing its independence, proving it can strike without Western approval. but it also risks escalating tensions, especially with figures like Donald Trump criticizing Russia's attacks while staying silent on Ukraine's. The world's watching to see how this shapes the conflict and future warfare. Before we wrap up, let's reflect. Operation Spiderweb isn't just a military win, it's a testament to Ukraine's resilience and ingenuity. Facing a bigger enemy, they've turned low-cost drones into a strategic weapon, rewriting the rules of modern war. But with Russia's retaliation looming, the stakes are higher than ever. What do you think about Ukraine's drone strategy? Will it force Russia to the negotiating table, or just escalate the war further? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Checking the Facts.